Basketball Jones. I got a basketball Jones. I got a basketball Jones. Ooh, baby. Ooh.
Yo, 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 welcome to In the Back of the Class NBA podcast. I'm your boy A Love.
Yo, it's your boy Easy.
Yeah, and we are here. Another episode. I believe this is episode number insert episode number. Yeah, y'all know what episode it is. But great week. Easy, how was your
It
week,
was
man?
mine. Man, my week was cool, man. You know, I pour drinks for a living. I take souls in 2K. Uh, I,
Ah,
yeah, I've been listening, trying to find some new music to listen to, man.
I word?
Yeah, I've been
Really?
listening to
Huh.
that Meek. The Meek is
Yeah,
alright. It's cool. I
it's
tried
pretty
Kodak.
cool.
Kodak's young, but there's this cat I found on WorldStar. Sometimes you browse through WorldStar, but I found this cat through WorldStar. His name Fresh B.
Hmm.
From Sacramento. His music
Word.
dope. I've been listening to a lot of that lately. Yeah. How about you?
Fresh B.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what I'm gonna do this week. I'm gonna check out Fresh B for sure, because I need
Yeah.
some new music. But other than that, man, nah, I've just been chilling. Actually been kind of busy, but everything's kind of slowing down. So before we got into the show, I did want to ask you because it's been a little bit since I got on the 2K sticks and everything, and so I know I'm trying to catch my dude up, trying to grind my dude. So, do you have any tips on how I can kind of like get my dude up to speed, or any grinding tips on how I can get him up to? I want to get to like a 95, man. I'm at 91. I'm gonna get a 95 before the end of the break. I'm have some time. So, do you have any tips, Easy?
Oh man. What I mean, because I basically have a lot of time. Sometimes I stream too on Mixer, OG Freckles on Mixer.
Uh,
Yeah,
Check
man.
them out.
What I do, man. I put my quarters on 5 minutes, and
5 minutes.
I have a shooter, so all I do is
Okay.
just shoot the ball. Just give me the ball, shoot the ball, and we put it on 5 minute quarters. It's easier to play. You know,
Right. Quicker
yeah, and
games.
yeah, quicker games, then you can play more, and it's more bearable than playing 12 minute quarters.
What about grinding? You know what I mean? Like, do you have any tips to, like, keep you motivated? Like, because I think I'm gonna be spending hours in front of in front of the game, in front of the TV. My wife is gonna be out of town a couple of days, so I'm gonna have hours. Do you have any way to set the ambience or anything special I could do? What does Easy
uh,
do?
Man, I roll my squad a lot of times, like playing park and playing on rec and program. That helps it go by as funner. You know what I'm saying? But if I ain't
Okay.
playing with nobody, I just play, 5 minute quarters. I put it on rookie just so it's easier for me to
All
shoot.
right.
But yeah, yeah, that's how I
Let me
do it.
check it out. Well,
Yeah,
I can't
man.
wait to hopefully I can get started. I know this week everything's dying down. Hopefully I can get started. And I'll let
Oh,
you know what I mean, how they go.
yeah, and plus one thing I do,
But
one little trick that helps me, to keep playing is I set the mood with a little 90s R&B and
oh,
I put it on 5 minute quarters. That helps me play about 10, 12 games right there. Gotta set the mood for myself. 90s R&B, little SWV, John B and stuff.
uh, I'm about to get that even get that try, but man, we'll see, man. But I tell you what, man, let's go ahead and get to this NBA, man. You ready, bro?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's do it. All right, so easy. Um, on Saturday, LeBron and the Lakers blew out the Hornets, 128
Hmm.
to 100. LeBron led all scorers with 24 points. Both he and Lonzo finished with triple doubles. After that game, Easy, what was your takeaway?
My takeaway is my Lonzo Ball takeaway that I always take away from Lonzo Ball is that he is a star. He is a kid, Magic Johnson. I think he's that kind of point guard, and his defense. has been phenomenal. I looked up like the past few point guards he's played, and he's just putting the clamps on people. He said like Kimba didn't score on Lonzo when he was on him. So
yeah. Kimba only had 4 points the whole game, actually.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so Lonzo, I think Lonzo's a star. I just don't think it's a good situation for him in LA right now.
So you think Lonzo should probably get out of that situation?
I think so.
Do you think the Lakers would be wise for trying to well, if you were running the Lakers, would you try to swing a deal with Alonzo, use Alonzo, or was that piece you wouldn't let go of?
Me personally, if I was the Lakers, I wouldn't have got LeBron because I have a nice young core intact. But since you got LeBron, you have to have a win now mentality, and you can't let these young boys groom. So I would trade all those young boys, try to get some stars.
Sweet, man.
It's probably except Kuzma because he's the one that seems to connect the most with LeBron. But
yeah.
So what do you? Because I know your opinion is different from mine. What do you think?
Oh, about Lonzo or the game?
Lonzo and the Lakers.
The Lonzo and the Lakers.
No, go to the game first. Wait, go to the game first, and then.
Okay. All right. So the game really, man. I mean, it was a blowout. LeBron. I think he shows out. He's just trying to show out for MJ. They're playing in Charlotte. MJ was there. So if you are a gambling man, sometimes like myself, anytime LeBron is playing in front of MJ, put the money on LeBron. That was a part of it. Other than that, Kimba had 4 points, man. That was kind of concerning, but you pointed out Lonzo guarded him most of the time. I thought for sure he would come out and try to put on a show. Hopefully, trying to entice LeBron to push the trade for him at the trade deadline as I continue my campaign to rebuild these Lakers in time for the playoffs. But other than that, I think it was pretty impressive, the 2 triple doubles. Did you know that's the 8th time in NBA history that has happened where 2 teammates have had triple doubles? That's pretty interesting at a long NBA history. 8 times 2 teams have had triple doubles. Cool. Both it speaks to the type of players they are. Both are considered really the game sort of unselfish. You comment on Lonzo, he's a good passer, man. He's got vision. But if you're asking me if I would, first of all, you can't say that you would not take LeBron if you were running the Lakers, especially for that core. That core was not the core to protect. If you ask me if I would trade all of those suckers for LeBron, I'd probably say yeah. So definitely I would trade Lonzo. Do I think it's a good situation for Lonzo to leave LA and leave LeBron? Nope, I don't think so. I think he should stay in LA. If I'm him, I would want to stay in LA. I want to continue to play with LeBron because, it can only get better for him. He learns from one of the greatest. He wins. Well, he's going to win. They're going to win, right? Especially if they can swing that deal. If I'm him, I'm hoping I'm not that piece to get that superstar there, but rather I'm one of the people still left standing after the superstar arrives. So if I'm him, I guess I feel like opposite of you that I think LA is a great place for me to be, and playing with LeBron James is a great spot to be playing, especially this young in his career.
I fully disagree because 100% disagree. I don't think LeBron helps him. He's going to wait for LeBron to retire in 4 or 5 years? That's when he gets back to being a point guard, or how does that work?
I don't know. To me, winning trumps whatever position you want from me, especially if it's point guard. Let me stay with LeBron, learn from LeBron, and even if I have to wait 4 years, if I did have to wait 4 years to run that team was nowhere before LeBron. So yeah.
Well, all of them boys were rookies. I mean, they say this like, well, this before this or whatever, but last year, all of them boys were rookies. And so it's like what you do is you don't get them boys a chance. And then they win like 37 games, so that was a jump start from the year before. So they won like 37 games, and they're all coming into the second year with each other. Maybe not this year, but maybe the year after, or 2 years later, they're one of the better teams in the West. I can see that happening with the core that they have. They have the 1 through 4
Mm.
before LeBron came. So
You think they had the best core in the West?
young core.
Young core?
Let me think of a young core. We're talking within first 2-3 years. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good cap.
yeah, because you had the 1 through 4 right there. Name me a better young core than Lonzo, Kuzma, Hart, and Ingram.
Let me ask this. Because you're right. It's hard to think offhand of a better young core.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering if a lot of like what intrigues us about that core is just name alone, because and a lot of those names being known because that Lakers is on their chest. I mean, if any of that core was playing, say, and take that same core and put them in Minnesota. Take everything out of Minnesota. Trade the teams. Trade the situations. Minus LeBron. But take that core and put them in Minnesota. Would that core you think warrant as much as respect as it has gotten,
Well, let
that
me
they have
ask you
gotten
this.
by playing with the Lakers?
Well, let me ask you this because we seen where Ingram came from his first year. What was it, like 13 points? Then last year was like 19, right?
Uh-huh.
Lonzo last year was his rookie year, and Kuzma. What do you think of Kuzma? You think Kuzma's a good player?
Man, quite frankly, I was always saying if you have to trade any of them, I would keep Kuzma just because Kuzma was that type of player, who it seems out of all of them to be the better long ball shooter, 3-point shooter.
Right. So that's because what I'm saying is because we're going off talent. Ingram was a second overall pick. So was Lonzo Ball. Kuzma turned out to be a good surprise. Josh Hart turned out to be. I don't know when he was
Yeah,
drafted. He turned out to be a
he
good
was
surprise.
drafted last year, right? This is rookie year, right?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is you had the 1 through 4 right there, young core. And you're not allowing them a chance to grow because now you've got LeBron. You have to have this win now mentality. So some of them
Yeah,
you got to trade some of them. And then
yeah,
I mean the young core, that young core. I mean I believe that young core as they grow and groom, they're perfect for today's game. So um, that's why I like that young core in LA. And I think you're giving up that young core for LeBron
yeah.
in the win now
Well, we
mentality.
will
So
we will see ultimately, like everyone else, what they become, and hopefully for them that they become it still wearing a Lakers jersey. And in some ways, hopefully for guys like me who just are bandwagon Lakers fans and lifetime LeBron fans, we can swing a deal for them suckers.
hopefully, yeah. Speaking of the Lakers, they played the Rockets last week. They lost,
Yep.
but a lot of the talk has been about James Harden and his 50-point triple double. Now, some
Mm.
people are impressed, and a lot of people are not because he shot 19 free throws, making 18 of them. My question to you, A Love, is: do you get tired of watching James Harden and his style of play?
Oh my goodness. Easy. Do I get tired? Easy. I've been tired, man. I've always been tired of watching that dude play, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's frustrating. The dude manipulates the foul calls. I give him credit. He's a good free throw shooter. So not only does he manipulate to get to the line, 'cause that's one thing I couldn't stand. Cats who always fake, flop and force fouls and couldn't shoot free throws. Like, brother, you might as well focus on making the layup. But he's a good free throw shooter, man. But this is crazy. He's averaging 9.8 attempts per game this season at the free throw line, and that's actually down from like last year. I say that Harden is a manufactured superstar. That's why I'm gonna call him Easy. I'm gonna go out and call him that
Manufactured
because this
superstar.
a manufactured superstar, brother. I
Please
mean,
explain.
the stat, his points there's a stat out there: 169 more free throws made than field goals made.
That's this
The
season?
NBA for career.
Correct, yeah.
He has 160 more free throws made than field goals made for a career. That's the NBA basically saying, "Get your points, Harden. Take your points. Get them. We need another superstar up in here." Terrible, man. I can't watch it. I hate watching. He's a good scorer, but my God, it's horrible to watch. And I root against James Harden for that. Well, what about you, Easy? Or you a
I,
Harden fan or?
no. Ever since Oklahoma, since the finals in Oklahoma, I mean, uh, Harden was the one that came up short in those finals.
Mm,
He was the main one that choked. And then you see it through all his playoffs. He
yep,
disappears in the
yep,
playoffs when the
yep.
games get more
Man,
physical.
yep,
The refs let more calls go.
yep. Or high, and forget about that. What about just high intense situations in the playoffs? Even if the
Yeah,
game wasn't physical, just those moments, he's gone. Or he
yeah, he's
doesn't come
gone.
through.
Yeah, and like you said, he has more free throws made in his career than field goals, which is
Mm.
interesting. I mean, he's a defensive liability.
Weird.
Yeah, he's a
Yep, true.
defensive liability. Um, he travels. My God, they let him. God, he is Vanessa Carlton with 1,000 miles of walking. Good God, but yeah, I think he's very overrated, man. I don't like watching Rockets games just to see him shoot free throws and hook people arms while he's shooting and
My,
jump on top of people. It's
it's
annoying.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't like watching.
How does nobody not fight the dude? Here's the deal. You're speaking to sort of making an argument for my manufactured statement,
Yeah,
manufactured superstar statement, because awards and accolades are given for production during the regular season, but greatness is always defined in that postseason. That's
yeah.
why Robert Ord is one of the greats.
Oh my God, Robert Ory. We
I
talking
just threw that in there
Robert
for you,
Ory.
Easy.
He's one of the goats
I
of
just
what?
threw
Passing
that in there for you,
towels.
Easy.
I heard this,
That's
and I don't know
funny.
how true this is, but they said James Harden in the last 4 seasons had more free throws made than Steve Nash in his whole career.
Wow.
Yeah,
In Steve Nash's whole career.
and whole career. Yeah,
That's crazy. You say you don't know how truth is. We're gonna get the show research department on that.
yeah.
Note to self: hire research department. Oh, while we on James Harden, did you see what he wore to the game? That
The
Lakers game.
alligator.
That
Yeah,
alligator suit with the shorts, bruh. That dude, man, everybody clowned him for it though. I seen me got on him on Instagram, and our boy Chuck, he doesn't, he wasn't going for it. It's interesting, man. The man that dresses so extravagant,
I'm gonna say
plays
this.
so extravagantly.
I'm gonna say this. Outside of the shorts being too shorts, I'm not mad at it. It's snake skin.
What?
It's a snake skin. I'm thinking
What?
he's kind of showing out. Did he have to do it? I
What?
think he was kind of showing out. I don't. James Harden, he's a little over the top with the fashion. He's not Russell Westbrook, who's kind of borderline cross dressing, but James Harden he kind of has a little drip to his dressing. He's kind of
Dude,
slick
you
with
gotta
it.
give credit for taking the chance, man. You gotta give credit for taking the chance.
Yeah.
My what has been like a staple in your outfit as of late, Easy? Like, it just made me think. He's taking fashion chances, and a guy like myself, I take no fashion chances. And
For me, um, the greatest thing in my wardrobe is two pairs of sweatpants,
mm,
two pairs of joggers that I bought on Groupon that I pretty much switch every day. So outside of outside of me having to go to work, so whenever I'm out and about, you're gonna see me in some sweatpants and some comfortable Nike shoes. So I really don't dress to impress anymore.
Bro, let me tell you, I I need to get me some new sweatpants. Hopefully, Marley is listening to this and she hears me for Christmas. I would love just two pairs of sweatpants because that's been my staple too. Only that my sweatpants. First of all, it's the black hoodie with the black cap, and if I'm going somewhere nice or where people might be dressed nice, I might throw on those fake black frame clear glasses I have just to look non-threatening. But sweatpants. I only got one pair of sweatpants right now, and so I don't
Oh
even know
man.
how I got them. If my brother bought them too big and left them on my house or something, because they're really weird. They're like almost like sweatpants. Like they just stop at the top of my ankle and they're real tight. So almost like a capris, like tight capris or something. And then they got like I wouldn't say zebra print, but almost like a silver gray zebra print type pattern all over them. So it looks like something Lil Wayne would wear. So I
Oh,
would
you don't
like
want to
just to,
wear anything Lil Wayne will
yeah,
wear.
that's what I'm saying, man. I just want to be a cool little gray pair of sweatpants and another cool little gray pair of sweatpants so I can do that rotation you got going. Because
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
on
You
one
see,
day, on one off day, it'd be
yeah,
kind of cool, man.
yeah. I'm in
We
my
will see,
30s now,
man.
so I'm not really dressing it to impress. And if I go, and I'm pretty much despising anywhere I have to go where I would have to
Uh,
dress nice. So,
yeah, I tell you what,
yeah,
it ain't. I might not make it. If you saying we dressing nice, I might not make it. If you
yeah.
ain't cutting the check when I show up.
Right, right.
But there has been a trade that went through. Initially, it was a three-team trade, but it was scrapped. And now what it is that the Phoenix Suns have agreed to trade Trevor Ariza to the Washington Wizards, um, and in return for Austin Rivers and Kelly Oubre Jr. Easy. With this being the latest trade to go down in the NBA, and some of us are patiently waiting for bigger ones to happen. What do you think about this trade, man? Is this impactful, non-impactful? Are the winners, losers? What are you thinking, man?
uh, I think Phoenix maybe got the better end of this deal. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
well, it depends what kind of impact is Ariza going to have in Washington. But I think Phoenix and what they're trying to build in Phoenix, I think when you look at it, Kelly Oubre is a player who a lot of people believe has a lot of talent. So you put him
Mm-hmm.
down there with Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and nice little young core down there, Josh Jackson. The question is, how far do you think they can go in the East? You think they're a championship team? I don't. So I
Mm-hmm.
just think Ariza just went to a bad situation with a bad locker room.
Yeah, that's gotta
And they
suck.
expect him to
What
be
what?
the counselor, like the mentor or whatever. Like, don't you have like GMs and coaches and stuff over there for that? Like Trevor
Ain't no
Ariza,
mentoring them boys in Washington, man. They ain't nothing.
nah.
Nah, that's over.
Yeah, so you traded for him, and you're probably gonna scrap the team anyway. So
Yeah. Um, what happened to Reason, man? I mean, like I thought he had found a great spot with Houston. Houston needed him, as you can see. He could use Houston. I guess he was looking for that money. Went out to the only one willing to pay him was Phoenix. But yeah,
well,
that sucks.
I guess according to sources is Chris Paul they want to take a lesser deal to keep Ariza. Chris Paul
What?
want his money.
Chris Paul won his money?
Yeah.
I mean, them brothers on that banana boat, man. They want their money.
That's
They
you
want their
gotta pay
money.
them.
We got to afford to pay by boats. We got to buy banana boats. Man, I feel like Kelly Rube is almost like a younger Trevor Ariza almost. Like they got a good deal there. Phoenix
Mhm.
did, man. But Washington, this is more so about Washington to me, man. What the heck is going on out there? I mean, like
Oh,
you said, how far can they go to the East? Definitely can't. You can't win championships when your team's in disarray. But again, it's the East, man. Though they won't make a championship, they can make the playoffs. And when you get in the playoffs, I don't know. Maybe you have a kumbaya moment, something. Don't know. But right now they're 10 games back out of first place, but only about what 3 or 4 games out of the 8th spot. So, I mean, hey, why not go for it, man? See if you can get a reason. Maybe you can mediate. Maybe not. If not, trade deadline comes up around about All-Star break. Try to see if you can swing a deal for Beal or Wall. If anybody's willing to take that huge Wall deal, don't know, but you never know. So
No,
I
somebody
guess
take.
okay, last ditch attempt. Yeah, somebody be willing to pay.
Somebody
You
take because
know,
John Wall's very talented. It's just
he is
they
very
say he's the
talented.
problem. They're
Yeah,
saying he's the problem. So um,
yeah. I think a lot of why people are hesitant to take John Wall is just because of contract, all financial reasons, not nothing to
mm,
do with talent, but and I guess the attitude and personality maybe. I don't know, but I say if my man
cousin,
DeMarcus
yeah.
Cousins, yeah, if he can still want interest, after the way he was wilding out in Sacramento, I don't think anybody ever really blames him. I guess anybody would take anybody based on attitude. So we will see, man. But yeah, that was an interesting deal. I hope. Here goes the question, easy. This is what we probably should have looked up before, and this goes to us not having a research staff. So if y'all would like to donate to the In the Back of the Class NBA podcast, let us know. We would love to take the funds and possibly put it towards again the research staff because what I want to know is when is the trade deadline for the NBA?
Is it? I know it's around All Star. It's always around All Star break. So
Yeah, and I thought they were moving it up this year, like to make it before All Star break or something.
what?
Oh, here we go. February 7th. NBA
Oh,
trade deadline is February 7th. Okay. I like it. I like
yeah.
it.
So they got like
Um,
another month and a half to
yeah,
see what
they
you
can
want
make a
to do.
run,
But
see what happens. What about
I
the
don't know. It
Suns,
just
man?
the Suns
Yeah,
growing
like what do you
pains.
think?
It's
Yeah.
all growing pains. I mean, you look at every great NBA team. They always start off at the bottom. I mean, you look at Golden State. What was Golden State a few years ago? What was Golden State before they traded
Yeah.
Monte? What was
Yeah,
the
true.
Cavaliers before LeBron got there? What was, the Bulls when Michael Jordan first got there? I mean,
Yeah.
it's growing pains, and you got to stick it out and grow and build a team around them. So build around
Well, we
Booker,
will Booker and Aiton.
and
You got
Aiden.
they got this year. Josh Jackson. So yeah,
Yeah,
we will see, man. But hopefully these two cats going there can help them out a little bit. Because I would like to see Phoenix good again, man. That'd be kind of cool. Because like you said, every great team has started out at the bottom at some point. But I feel like those Suns been down there for a minute, man. So we will
yeah.
see.
All right, so starting off the season, the Celtics started off pretty slow. Now they won 8 of the last 10 games, and they're the fifth seed in the East right now. A Love, has your opinion switched on the Boston Celtics?
The Boston Celtics. I don't know, man. Like you said, they 8-2 in the last 10, fifth in the East. I mean, and plus they were up until the other night losing to Detroit. They had an 8-game win streak going, which I guess is the longest win streak in NBA this season. So one would say, yeah, doing that plus without Horford for 5 games, pretty impressive.
Mm.
Um, that would be pretty impressive if one did not look at the details. Here's who the C's had beat easy. I'm gonna tell you, this is who the C's had beaten. They beat the Pelicans twice, the the Cavs, and this is who they have beat on an 8-game win streak. Okay, the Pelicans twice, the Cavs, the T Wolves, the Knicks. They beat the Bulls, the Wizards, and the Hawks. Easy. That is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th ranked teams in the East and the 14th ranked team in the West in the T-Wolves. These fools ain't beat nobody, bro. The Pistons gave them their real first test, I guess you could say, and they lost. Here goes one thing. I know, first of all, I got to call myself out. I was screaming about believing in the Bucks, in which I still kind of do believe in the Bucks. But that day, I believed in the Bucks. They went and got blown out that night. So I will still go out on a limb and say this. The Celtics play the Bucks on Friday night.
Okay.
That is going to be a real test. I want to see how they play against the Bucks. I have a feeling. I think they're saying Horford's going to sit out against the Suns, the next game against the Suns, but he should be back Friday. So if that's the case, the Celtics should be at 100%. The Bucks should be at 100%. I can see that this is having sort of a playoff feel to it. Friday night game, two teams in the East. Bucks trying to prove themselves that they belong in the second position in the East, and the Celtics still trying to make that climb. That's what's going to say a lot about the Celtics, more so than those last 8 straight games they won. So if to answer your original question, no, I still don't believe in the Celtics, man. I think the Celtics will finish, if at best, third in the East with a second round knockout.
Second round.
Second round knockout.
So
bro.
let me ask you this. You said they beat the Pelicans twice?
They beat the Pelicans twice, yes.
They beat the Pelicans twice, and you said they beat the T-Wolves. So when you look at those two teams in the West, they're not that far from first place in the Western Conference. You know, you put those teams in the East, they're top 4 or 5 seed.
Just throw them in the East.
Yeah, throw them in the East.
Throwing them in the East, they're automatically a top. No way. Man. No, the Wolves. The Wolves are actually 14th in the West. The Pelicans, on the other hand, they are they're only 2 spots up at 12 in the West. So both are non-playoff teams in the West. That's
as of right now. Tomorrow,
as of right now.
As of tonight, they can be the 3rd seed in the West.
True.
So you know how the Western Conference is. So
true.
So I'm not throwing those two teams as a bad thing towards the Celtics. But as I keep saying, the Celtics are getting their legs back, and they're gonna be a force to reckon with in the Eastern Conference. And I still have them going to the finals, and as a representation of the Eastern Conference. I think the team to beat in the East is Toronto. I think those two teams, Boston and Toronto, are going to be the two teams at the end of the day, unless they meet in the second round. But I don't
see.
Oh, go ahead.
I see them meeting Philly, because let's say the C's can get to let's say they get to the 3rd seed. Okay, let's give them that. They get to the 3rd seed. We say Toronto finished number 1. Let's say everybody's correct about the Bucks. Can't believe in the Bucks.
Okay.
That would put Philadelphia as the next plausible team to be number 2, right? So,
okay.
and I guess you can even if you wanted to switch the Celtics and the 76ers, that means they would be meeting in the second round of the playoffs. And if you ask me today, with the way the 76ers are playing with Jimmy Butler, with the way that Joel Embiid is playing basketball, with the way the whole team is playing basketball, plus don't discount the fact that they might still make a move at the trade deadline, I would think that, because the C's are the C's, man. That's what they're rolling with. You know, they're waiting the whole year to get the score. I don't see them making a huge deal. I don't see them beating the 76ers, bro.
You don't see them beating Philly?
Nope.
I can see them beating Philly.
I don't see them.
I mean, well, I guess that was Ben Simmons' first playoffs, but who's not to say that he turned around and had that same playoff performance? What's not to say that Boston has found the way to defend Ben Simmons, and then they're too deep. Boston is too deep. I
Easy. I can't believe you, brother. I
and
cannot
they have
believe
the
you.
best coach in the East, and they have the best
Oh
coach in the
yeah,
East.
and that'd be the
So
only reason right now I wouldn't give him any hope. But
yeah,
easy, you make easy.
Boss is too deep, and I mean you have superstar talent, Tatum, Irving. I can't see Philadelphia beating Boston in a 7-game series, even with my guy Jimmy Buckets.
I was gonna say, let my man Ben Simmons have a playoff series like he did last year. It's okay. You got Jimmy Buckets there now. Jimmy
I
Buckets is there to perform in the playoffs.
I understand that, and you know he may get his numbers, but when you have
And let me
Boston,
tell you what gives the Celtics and having Brad Stevens a little bit of an edge is the defense. Brad Stevens' teams are defensive minded. They play tough, gritty defense, and then his scheming is can't be compared. It's one of the best in the league. He gets people good looks, great looks for great looking, great shots. But Philly basically negates both of those. Philly plays tough defense. Philly can match that intensity. They can match that physicality. And then on the other side, when it comes to the scheming, I think that having Kyrie Irving and having Gordon Hayward, you have more personalities now, more that I think kind of constrains his scheming. That he's going to be less creative and more so focused on getting these guys their shot, getting these guys their looks, which might kind of hurt him a little bit. Give me the 76ers this time around that they face, man. But hopefully we get lucky to see it.
hopefully we get lucky to see it. And I am going to be rooting for my guy Jimmy Buckets, but I'm still saying Boston in the East. They're too deep. They're too coached well, and you have top 2 3-point guard in the league, Kyrie Irving.
I don't want to see them face the Golden State Warriors. I'd rather see
You know,
Toronto play the Golden State Warriors in the finals.
it don't matter because whoever play Golden State is going to end up getting killed anyway. So I don't. Whatever sacrificial
I
lamb you're
think the
going to throw out
Raptors.
there.
Yeah. which goat do you want to send up?
Yeah, whatever sacrificial lamb you're gonna throw at the Warriors, it don't matter. So
Easy. Let me ask you this, bro, because you be dogging the Eastern Conference. Eastern Conference playoffs might be a little bit more entertaining than the West this year, bro. What you think?
no.
What you think about that?
The Western Conference season is a dogfight, bro. Look at the season.
Right?
Just imagine the playoffs. I think Golden State, of course, is gonna win it all, but the other teams is gonna be a dogfight. Now we're so in tune with the West. We're trying to see who's going to make the playoffs. There are going to be some great teams that don't even make the playoffs.
True.
The first two.
Hey, hold up. We say true.
So think about it. Think about it. Houston is out of the playoffs contention right now. So it's New Orleans. Who else?
Houston's not a great team.
Houston. You
No
put
more.
Houston. Wait, you put Houston in the East. They're not a top. They're not one of the top teams in the East.
If Houston goes to the way they're playing now, if Houston goes to the East today, if Houston goes to the East, I can't say they're better than Toronto. I can't really say that they're better than Philadelphia. So I know they're not top 2. Yeah, of course they'll be in the playoffs, but I can't say they're top 2. It's hard for me to say they're top 3. Shoot, man, I don't know. They might be top. They might be the best team in the East.
This to show you how great the West is right now. You have 14 teams that are in playoff contention in the West. 14 teams are fighting for a playoff spot in the West. The number 1 and the number 14 seed is, 5 or 6 games away? So there's going to be some great teams. Utah is not in the playoffs right now. You're going to have some great teams that's not going to make the playoffs in the West.
Great teams. Well,
Well, not when I
I'll
say
give you
great, I
that.
don't mean all time great. I mean great. Like
Right. I
all
got you.
right,
There's
let me
really good
change. Great
teams.
from good. Great from good. Good. You're gonna have some good teams that don't make the playoffs.
Yeah. And you're going to have some bad teams that are going to make the playoffs in the East, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't
The
know, man.
14th seed is
I still,
bordering 500. Think about that. The 14th seed in the West is almost a 500 team.
yeah.
So
Well, I think interesting. Still, yeah, I think that the East playoffs will still be pretty entertaining.
maybe from the second round up, but
Yeah, second round up. Yeah. The first round, you're right. It's probably gonna
first
be
round's a
just some
scrimmage. Unless you get the fourth seed, you got to
warm
face
up.
Indiana. Yeah, unless you got to face Indiana. But yeah,
And man, the Pacers, bro. Pacers, and I don't know, man. They might be up there fighting for that third. I
they're
don't even know if
quietly
Celtics
creeping.
get past the Pacers. Can the Celtics get past the Pacers?
The Celtics can get past anybody in the East. They get past anybody in the East.
Okay, so for the people out there, me and Easy had a conversation. And think back, was the last episode we were
Yeah, it was
talking
last
about it, and it
episode,
came up.
episode 8.
Last episode, it basically was the question popped up: who is the greatest NBA rapper of all time? Of all time. So this segment, Easy and I are going to discuss who we think is our individual greatest NBA rapper of all time. Easy, will you open up the conversation?
All right. So earlier today, I was listening to a bunch of NBA players rap. Wait, hold on. Let me say this before I go into this. Master P did get. He was on.
Yes.
Are we including Master P?
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to question that. I think we should exclude Master P because he was. I think we the criteria is NBA player first, rapper secondary.
Okay.
Master P is rapper first. He was NBA player, basketball player secondary. Which I got to see Master P play basketball, man, back in the day. Got his autograph. He played here in St. Charles, Missouri against the Swarm. It was awesome. Got to see Master P. Got Master P's autograph. Was a huge No Limit fan. And then my mama tore it up after some troubles at school. Yeah. But anyway, continue.
Yeah. Okay. So I was listening to a lot of NBA players rap today, and after going through so many migraines and headaches from a bunch of horrible NBA players rapping, I have determined that we have three good rap. I have a list right here, and most of it says trash. I have Shaq as the most successful. Mm-hmm. I have Chris Webber. Chris Webber was alright. Iman Shumpert was alright. Dame Dollar. Dame Dollar might be the most impressed. I was the most impressed by him. But the best, it's Kobe Bean Bryant. He has some bars lyrically. The way he talk about that heartbreak in that song. He was talking about his heartbreak. Tears fall down my eyes. He was killing it. Kobe Bean Bryant. Yes.
Easy. Kobe is the worst.
Oh man, he had the suit on. Brandy didn't want him because of his basketball skills. She wanted him as a rapper.
No, Brandy was dating anybody back there with notoriety. Brandy was about getting that attention.
Don't disrespect Brandy.
Boom.
Ray J and the Goons gonna come after you. Ray J and the Money Team. You don't want that heat.
Man,
But
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe, to hear him
Why?
explain that heartbreak, like he was technical and lyrical with it. I Kobe, I heard KD and LeBron. Kobe will watch both of them. I think if you put Kobe and Shaq in a URL setting, you have smack split. You know what I'm saying, son? On my right, you got Kobe. On my left, Kobe's gonna come out there like loaded Lux with the suit on and stuff. He's gonna lyrically kill Shaq.
Bruh. First of all, Shaq already killed Kobe with a
Oh, that
freestyle.
little freestyle. That freestyle
Second off,
side. It was
if
lukewarm. It was
you
the shocker.
if you Google worst NBA rappers of all time, I bet you'll find Kobe Bryant on all those lists.
Metal
Ranked
World
really high.
Peace, actually. Ron Artest was the worst.
Ron, you
Ron
can't even talk
Artest
about
was.
Ron like that, man.
I don't want to talk about Ron like that because I don't want that smoke with Ron. But yeah,
No,
Ron
that's
Artest
smoke.
was the worst. Delonte West.
Oh my.
Let me take
You
that
can't
back.
say that about that.
Let me take that because Delonte West was the second worst. The actual worst
Okay.
was Tony Parker.
Oh man.
Tony Parker's trash.
Tony Parker was rough, man, but I thought because I couldn't understand it. Okay, man. All right. So maybe why I'm so in disagreement with your greatest um is because of who I think is my greatest. First of all, I will say Dame Lillard by far is probably the most talented MC. Like lyrically, delivery, all of it. Dame Dollars.
Yeah,
But
I was
when we're
impressed.
talking right, he's tough, man. Eli Shumpert ain't bad either, man.
He's not bad.
But if we're gonna talk about greatest, so I'm looking at, you know, not just skills, but also basically, selling the music, getting the music out there to the people, and the people buying the music and listening to the music. It has to be Shaq, man. Shaq is the greatest NBA rapper of all time. Not
Shaq is a
only
brand.
not only two top 40 singles, but he's the only one. And I will say it has a lot to do with the music business is today. That gives him a little bit of advantage. But he's the only one to ever go platinum. The only NBA rapper to go platinum.
See,
Shaquille O'Neal, Big Diesel,
that wasn't off.
Shazam.
That wasn't off skills. That was off the brand. Think about how horrible the movie Shazam was, and we all went to go see it.
Bro, first of all, I had to wait till it came to the Dollar Show. Second of all, it was underrated as a movie.
Shazam was horrible.
You
Shaq
gotta
was a
open your mind.
brand. He had a video game. We all bought the video game.
Yeah.
It was
But
Shaq
we're,
as a rapper was alright.
we're talking
But
about greatest rapper of all time, bro. He had songs with Jay-Z, collaborated with Biggie, RZA. Man, even his resume of who he worked with is way better than anybody ever.
that's because Shaq is, like I said, Shaq is a brand. Shaq could sell. He has selling power. When we talking about lyrics, skills, Kobe will watch that.
Well,
You put him
yeah,
three
Kobe.
3 minute rounds. You put him in 3 3 minute rounds with smack in the middle.
There's
You're on
no
TV,
way.
got TV, son. Kobe will watch Shaq. I got Shaq. I'll have Kobe killing Shaq
Hey,
2 rounds.
first of all, Kobe's like a lot older now, a lot more wiser. If you ask Kobe about rapping, he'll straight up tell you, "No, man, I was tripping." He'll say it. I was tripping. I shouldn't have done it. I won't do it again. He knows what's up. Shaq could drop around today, to this day. Ask Shaq around. Shaq around.
I mean, because
Shaq about that
the
life.
big 7'3" dude, 7'2" dude rapping, with a big personality. We like Shaq, you know what I'm saying? And then plus the 90s, there was a lot of gimmicky rap coming out. Vanilla Ice went 9 times flat. MC
When
Hammer.
did
So it's a
I
lot
could
of
support
gimmick.
Kobe really? I could swear Kobe released that track back in the '90s
He
or
did. There's
late
a video
'90s.
for it. He did. You gotta hear how he was playing in that heartbreak. Tears come down
Man, I heard
my
that stuff. It made me cringe. I was embarrassed for her. I said, "What the hell is this?"
eyes. He was
Kobe.
detailed about it. Hey man. But
Oh
no,
man, he's the only man in
Dame
there.
Dollar, I
They,
think skill wise, Dame Dollar is the
yeah,
most
yeah,
impressive I
definitely,
was.
definitely,
Um,
hands down.
I heard a song from Andre Drummond. He's
Oh
trash.
yeah.
Steph
Well,
Curry. I
hold
heard
up
Steph
now.
Curry. He was trying to sing rap.
Nah,
Horrible.
nah. What about your boy Lonzo?
You know what? I wasn't too mad at the song he came out with, but then I heard other rap
No.
stuff from Lonzo. Trash.
Yeah.
Lance
I think I
Stevenson.
just don't understand it. Oh, Lance, I'm talking,
Yeah,
boy.
he's trash.
Lance about that life. Oh man,
That dancing life.
that day. Yeah, I saw that. Go ahead, Lance. I'll never
Lance
late.
dance.
Go ahead, boy. Living his best life. Well, easy. I think we come to the end of another show, my friend. Good times, man. Discussing the NBA.
All right.
Thank everybody for downloading or streaming, however you listen to us on whatever platform you listen to us on. We really appreciate it. Again, reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check us out on the YouTube segments that be popping up periodically. In the future, it's in the works. We're going to apply some video, possibly let you guys
All right.
get a look at our faces made for radio. And yeah, next week we'll be back. Easy, what you gonna be looking for this week, man? What you gonna be on the lookout for?
Well, I mean, as always, I like to see the Hunger Games in the Western Conference, see how that go. But like you said, the
Mm-hmm.
Celtics and the Bucks, that's a big game.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
that I'm be tuned into it.
yeah, man.
And my sweatpants.
In the sweatpants, man.
And
In
my
the sweatpants.
sweatpants taking people lives in 2K while I'm watching the game. So
I'm
that's what
telling
I'm.
you that brings me to what I'm gonna be watching for this week. I'm gonna be watching for any evidence indicating that Marley heard this episode and had stop by and pick me up a new pair of sweatpants. And also I'm going to be watching for 90s R&B playlists floating around out there that I can download and listen to as I get my
Man,
grind on easy style on 2K, baby. Get them up to 95. Let's go.
started
Let's
off with that
go.
SWV week and just keep let it go.
Oh, is that how you? That's what you got your shooting rhythm down to? You shoot the analog stick or
Yeah.
the
I shoot
okay?
with the
Yep.
button. I shoot with button. No, I'm
Shoot the
button.
button
Yeah, I'm
shooter.
button.
Okay.
I dunk with the
All right. All
analog.
right.
Yeah,
You dunk with the analog.
yeah, I dunk
I
with the
dunk with the
analog.
analog too. I do everything with the analog. I try to shoot the button, but messed me up, man. I don't know. I figured I had to relearn the game if I try to switch up. So I'm lifetime stick shooter. So we'll see, man. But yeah, thank you guys once again. Easy, tell the
Appreciate
people
it.
what you tell
Everybody
them all
listen.
the time.
All right, man. Thanks everybody for listening. Catch us on the social media. Catch us on YouTube. Me and my boy A Love, man. We was two former class clowns back in the day, cutting up in class, acting a fool. Now we two adults speaking our opinions on the NBA and headlines. This is in the back of the class NBA podcast. It's your boy Easy.
It's A Love.
All
Peace.
right, deuces.